On the 11th month, on the 11th day, on the 11th hour, the end of World War I occurred. 100 years ago today, Woodrow Wilson declared this a national holiday, saying, "To us in America, the reflections of Armistice Day will be filled with solemn pride in the heroism of those who died in the country's service, and with gratitude for the victory, both because of the thing from which it has freed us, and because of the opportunity it has given America to show her sympathy with peace and justice in the Council of the Nations." Our theme today is all about not necessarily honoring those who are deceased. In the United States, Veterans Day honors those who are still living. And our theme is, "I lift my lamp beside the golden door," on the Statue of Liberty. And that's something that the veterans still adhere to every day, are these words: "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to be free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shore. Send these, the homeless, tempest-tossed, to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door." We are here today to honor all of our veterans who are continuing to lift their lamp, to serve us, even though they might not be active military. They still do a lot for us today, and we're here to honor that. And with that, I'm going to pass the microphone down and introduce and have the veterans who are here with us today introduce themselves and tell you about their service, which branch they served in, and what years, and perhaps any conflicts that they've been in.
Kimberly Sudbrink. I was in the Army from 1998 to 2009. I was in Operation Iraqi Freedom.
My name is Donald Sudbrink. I was a specialist in the United States Army from 1998 to 2006. I was deployed to Iraq in our Operation Enduring Freedom.
My name is Donald Robert. U.S. Army, 1970 to 1972, serving in Germany. I'm Don Daly. I was in the United States Marine Corps in Vietnam from the last part of 67, all of 68, and part of 69. Thank you.
Scott Marcy, Sergeant, U.S. Army. I was crash rescue, Desert Storm.
Murray Minton, Colonel, United States Air Force. I was a pilot, Desert Storm, Kosovo, Iraqi Freedom, War on Terrorism from 1990 through 2011, Eastra High School class of 82.
And I am Jim Harrelson, United States Navy, from 1955 to 1963, Korea.
Okay, I'm John Kreidler. Ended up being a platoon sergeant. I served in the Army from 1969 to 1999. And I served in Vietnam and a few other places.
Good morning, Captain Barrett, United States Army, Airborne Ranger, 1983, 1995, 1st Gulf War.
We are really honored today to have John Kreidler here to talk to you about who a veteran is today and what they do, and he affectionately calls himself Papa John. So, thank you.
Can everybody hear me without the microphone? Yeah. I don't need no sticking microphone. Been an Army sergeant, so it's not a problem with me talking loud. We're talking about who are veterans. Everybody can look at Google, you can even look at books, go back to the library, encyclopedias, dictionaries. They give you a definition of a veteran. But really, who are veterans? Well, look at the variety we have here. We have Air Force, Navy, Marines, Army. We have Coast Guard considered it. But who are we? We get down, we do our service, we hang up our boots. It's not the end. We decided to better this country by serving. So when we get finished, we come back in and we get assimilated back into our country. I myself, I'm a security guard down at the Lake Geneva Cruise Line, among other jobs. I'm a father, grandfather, and yep, Connor, see, I do have a shirt with a collar and a tie. Yeah, I didn't know it. It really is me. We come from all branches, all lines. We have farmers. One of my favorite veterans I've always remembered is Alvin York. Plain, simple hillbilly. Just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Received the Congressional Medal of Honor in World War I. Came back home, went back to the hills, and lived a peaceful life as a farmer. We have those. We have a number of them that became presidents. Of course, we have Eisenhower, Reagan, John F. Kennedy, the Bushes, and we got football players. Watching the Cowboys last night. That kid, Cowboys quarterback. Prescott. He's an Wisconsin Military Academy, or not Wisconsin, the Military Academy for the Army graduate. So we're all over the place. You have Pat Tillman, who actually did it in the reverse. He became famous and then he went into the military. Regretfully, we lost him. But I think one thing though they always say was that McCarthy kind of put it right, but old soldiers never die, we just fade away. Actually, like I say, we become part of the country we fought for. And the main thing you got to always remember too is our freedoms. You know, every country we have our problems, but it's still one of the best countries that you'll find with all our freedoms. And there's always one thing to remember. If it wasn't for the veterans, we still maintain it. But our freedom is only one generation from being lost forever. So keep it sweet and short. Like I say, I wrote a big speech. Guess where? Somewhere at home. I have no idea. Surprise, surprise. Right, Connor? So with that, I'll turn it back over to you.
So like Papa John said, veterans are everywhere and you might not know that somebody served. But today is a good day to stop and think about how can you honor their service? What can you do to say thank you? You can physically go up to these veterans today after our ceremony and say thank you. But they put a lot of their lives on hold for you. So maybe think about how you can pay it forward today. We have a PowerPoint presentation because we want to recognize those people here today who also have veterans in their lives. And just like those veterans served, so did their families. And there are lots of things that families sacrificed with or for their veterans too. So right now we'll have the choir stand and we will show you how connected we actually are to veterans here at Detroit High School.
welcoming to East High School, we would like to sincerely thank the staff members that have served our country as well as the VFW members that are here today. Let's give them a round of applause.
We ask that you please stand and at the end of every day, the next piece that you hear called task is played to just mark the ending of the day. And a lot of times at military funerals, we play task as a marking of the end of that person's life. But yet their legacy and their service goes on. So please, as we're listening to task, have a moment of silence and remember those who have gone before us. Here's your challenge today. Do one act, maybe tell a friend later on today, something that you can do to pay forward the service that all of these veterans here, that all of our family members that you saw in the PowerPoint have done for us. Please remain standing and quiet as the colors are removed from today's assembly.
Cover the colors. Right. That's that. That. All right.
Thank you again. Go make a good race, right?